My God, I hate drugs.
Question, Joyce.
Sir, Senator Antonio Trillanes reiterated his challenge to President Duterte to undergo a drug test amid the joke about taking marijuana. Sabi niya, instead of just saying that it was just a joke, why not take a drug test and prove it?
Who is this?
Senator Trillanes.
I think he should be the one to undergo that.
So the President will not heed his challenge to undergo a drug test.
Hindi niya papatulan yun.
There's no need, sir.
Tataka nga ako, ba't pinapatulan niyo siya? Hindi kailangan talaga naman. Look at this person, this president. Malakas. Sinasabi niya naman sa atin kung anong diferensya niya.
Another question.
Kristen, may ano ka ba muna?
Follow up dun, sir.
Sige,
Sir, sabi po ng majority and minority senators, wala na daw pong pag-asa ang Chacha sa Senate and the 17th Congress in general, given na until July na lang. Anong reaction natin? Mukha bang ipupush pa rin
wala
na
nang pag-asa ngayong December, nandiyan naman yung susunod na session. Di meron pa rin.
Are you still confident, sir, na within the term of President Duterte?
Definitely. Mahaba pa naman ang kanyang term eh.
okay, Christine, mag-last question na tayo. Christine?
Sir, just clarify dun sa,
Yes.
you said, do you think the Speaker Arroyo should explain the realignments?
I think so. Given the amount involved, given the reaction of people like you, we citizens also would like explanation.
So will the palace ask her, sir?
I think there is even no need for that. The fact that some quarters are reacting, it behooves those who are involved in the realignment to respond to the protest of some elements of society.
Okay, thank you, Christine. No more questions, MPC? Okay, thank you. From the Office of ASEC, Marie Rafael. Okay, first
welcome.
question, Rose Novenario.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon. Hi, sir.
Yes.
Andito
Yes,
po.
yes,
Andito.
yes.
Hi, sir. May plano po ba si Presidente na mag-issue ng formal na executive order o kung ano man po na talaga nagtutuldok dun sa peace talk sa Communist Party of the Philippines? Kesa po tawag dito, magpalitan po sila ng mga maaanghang na akusasyon ni Founding Chairman Joe Maciso.
Hindi na kailangan ng executive order nun.
Ano po yung tingin nyo kailangan i-formalize ni Presidente yung kanyang pagwawakas ng peace negotiation?
Hindi na. Alam mo kasi, the president opened his heart to peace talks. Di ba? Marami na siyang ginawa. He appointed those even identified with the left in the cabinet. Pero what did they do, these people in the left? While negotiating with us, they have committed criminal acts, terrorist activities, burning properties, exacting revolutionary taxes. Walang sincerity. Kaya, kumbaga inabot din yung pasensya ni Presidente.
So, talagang wala na po. Wala nang pag-asa.
Eh.
Hanggang matapos yung administrasyong Duterte.
Most likely, unless na, alam mo naman si Presidente, ang pusong mamon. But palagi naman ang Presidente para sa kapanatagan ng bayan ang iniisip. Or he always looks for the security of the nation.
Okay.
Sir, yung holiday truce po, magpapatupad kaya yung AFP?
The Defense Secretary is against it because, according to him, they've been using this ceasefire to celebrate yearly or their anniversary, using it as an opportunity. And we will not allow it this time.
Hindi po. Wala pong holiday truce.
As far as the Secretary of National Defense is concerned,
Okay, sir. Thank you. The President, sir?
the fact is that there is no comment from the President.
No. No holiday truce.
As of now, Since the president has not made any comment.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
May follow-up doon? Joseph or Celerina? Microphone. Ito.
Meron ba, sir, na directive si President regarding since the CPP-NPA will be having their 50th, I think, anniversary this December, any special order from the President kasi they might increase or heighten their attacks against the government troops or...
Well, we're ready for that. The president doesn't have to make any orders. He has been, all those directives have been placed even prior. Meaning to say the defense is ready for any eventuality.
Okay, follow-up? Other issue. Ina, sorry.
Hi, sir. Sir, this is regarding the appointment of
Yes.
General Brigues as new Air Force Chief. He replaces General Quintanar, who supposedly 2020 pa po talaga ang retirement. So medyo napaga po yat. Or is there any specific reason why General Quintanar was relieved early?
I don't know that yet. I have no info on that.
Okay. So, paano ba to, sir? Was he replaced?
I'll ask the
Meron bang
president.
atraso?
I'll ask him this afternoon.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Marisol, may follow-up.
Because for all you know, he might have opted earlier retirement. We don't know that.
Follow-up. Sige. Nestor, then Maricel.
Good morning, Secretary.
Morning.
Sir, the President yesterday said whether he's joking or he's serious, and I quote, itong mga obispo ninyo, patayin ninyo, walang silbi iyang mga gaong uyan, all they do is criticize. Will such pronouncement from the President not put at risk the lives of bishops and priests, and why is there a need for the President to issue such remarks, sir?
Hindi naman. Baka, sabi nga ni Dr. Panelo sabi ko, Mami, ano bang tingin mo doon sa killing? Sabi niya, I think the President wants to kill them with kindness. Oh, okay nga naman. Alam po ninyo kasi, the President, just like any ordinary human being, is upset when the good things that he does for this country is not even appreciated by people who are supposed to support, like the church. When he said that the church is an hypocritical institution, he is actually making a statement that requires a response from the church. In the same manner that the church criticizes this president, he responds to the same criticism. They say, there are so many extrajudicial killings. The president says, excuse me, it's not state-initiated. There are killings because they resist arrest. In the process, there are killings. And so when the president says, your institution is hypocritical, then you tell us why. Because the president has basis. Even the Pope says, what was the latest message of the Pope? He said to the members of the priesthood, you cannot remain celibate, get out. What does it mean? It means that there are members of the church who are doing the opposite things of what they preach to us. That's why the president has a basis. He has been a victim of harassment, sexual harassment when he was a young boy. Remember? He keeps on telling us that. And again, that is a basis. When preach gives us the teachings of God, and yet they do the opposite. So that makes them hypocritical. But of course, he refers to certain members of the church.
May follow-up?
Ina.
Ina? And RJ, follow-up ka ba?
So, sir, you said the president has basis for his statements. What was his basis for saying that 90% of priests are gay?
90% of what?
Priests are gay. Homosexuals. Ayun yung...
Well, he tells us that there have been complaints against priests who are gays. In fact, he points to a certain internet information that we can look it up, who these priests have been charged with molestations.
But where did he get the figure that 90%? That's quite...
I'll ask him this afternoon, and
Okay.
I'll tell you after.
Okay. Sir, whatever happened to the panel formed by the President to exactly resolve itong apparent tiff between him and the church? The President earlier said, diba, maglalay low na siya on attacking the church, and yet here he is again.
I've not heard of what happened to that also. I heard about it, but it appears after the announcement, there was no move on unless there was a move on the church side, but I didn't hear about it.
So are we supposed to assume that the President is now back at it?
Well, he said so. He made a statement. I await the response of the church.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
sir.
RJ?
Sir, on the killing of the bishop, so, sir, is it an appropriate statement for the president to say that the fact that previously may mga pinaslang na mga pare?
No, I think that's only a hyperbole on the part of the president. We should be getting used to this president. He makes certain statements for dramatic effect. But he actually means stop criticizing and do some good for this country. Help us.
So the palace is not worried that it might encourage more killings?
No, I do not think so. Majority of the Filipinos have, I think, been used to this president.
Like the president saying, we should kill, you should kill bishops. We should get used
Like
to
the
that.
president used to hearing those things but not believing in them because they know that he doesn't mean that.
Okay.
Okay, other issue, Maricel Halili. Follow up muna. Okay.
Sir, just a quick follow-up. Sir, what will convince the president to stop from criticizing the bishops or the Catholic Church as a whole?
It's not a matter of convincing. Perhaps it's in his psyche. It is in his mind. There are certain things that he doesn't approve of, and he expresses his thoughts to us. Perhaps in a manner that some of us don't want, but that is his style. As correctly pointed out by Senator Lacson, when we voted him into office, his style was factored in. So we have to live with that.
Sir, is the president or does the president expect an apology coming from those bishops or priests who are very vocal in criticizing his administration?
Not really. What he's saying is stop criticizing, do something good. You can't find anything good that I'm doing, and yet even the Pope is saying that all countries should fight drug addiction, drug syndicates. So even the Pope is supporting him. Now they say, oh, but he's supporting only the drug campaign against drug syndicates, but not the killing. But you assume that the state initiates that killing, which we always dispute.
Sir, on other issue, may decision na po ba si Presidente when it comes to the extension of martial law in Mindanao?
Wala pa. There is no decision. But the recommendation is from the military and the PNP to extend. But then again, let me again point out that the final decision would be on Congress. Congress says we want a briefing, and they will be given the briefing, and then they will decide.
Ano po, sir, yung hinihintay ni Presidente before making the decision?
Probably still evaluating all the facts given him, the circumstances, the pros and the cons.
And how soon do we expect his decision, sir?
Hopefully very soon. I will ask him this afternoon because we'll be seeing each other at the anniversary of Dole.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, may follow-up sa martial law. Tina Mendez.
Sir, paki-guide lang kami sa proseso, sir, on asking for an extension of martial law sa Congress.
Yeah.
Kung kailangan mag-initiate ang Pangulo. Tsaka yung timeline, kasi I think by December 12, magre-recess na sila. Ang Senate and the House, we have barely three legislative calendars to deliberate on that.
Well, the president will inform Congress he wants to extend, and Congress will deliberate prior to the recess. I think it will still be on time.
So this will just be coming, may briefing lang ang both
That's what they
senators
are
and
asking, only
Congress.
briefing.
Do you have to
I think
submit
one day
the
briefing
paper?
is already enough.
Does the palace need to submit parang official communication or
course.
letter
Yes.
justifying
Yes.
this? Thank you, sir.
Okay, Joy, may issue pa sa martial law? May questions? Joyce Balanzo.
Sir, on the budget, Senator Panfilo Lacson said that House Speaker Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo's district will be getting 2.4 billion pesos. At ito daw po yung mga last-minute realignments ng House before nila transmit sa Senate yung proposed budget. What is the reaction of the palace?
The president hasn't said anything about it yet. That's one of the things I will ask him personally this afternoon.
So, hindi pa po alam ni President itong ganitong kalaking last-minute realignments made by the House?
That's why I will ask him his reaction, and then I will issue a statement.
Okay, Joseph.
So just on the amount, 2.5 billion, this is prior to enactment, no? But does the palace think that this is pork barrel as defined by the ruling of the Supreme Court?
I really don't know how that can be classified. I haven't also seen the specific budget allocation. And perhaps the better person to respond to that would be Budget Secretary Ben Jokno.
No, but this is not part, obviously, of the National Expenditure Program because it came from the initiative of Congresswoman Arroyo, right? So this is not part of the government expenditure, at least the executive branch.
To me, what is important to me is whether those allocations are geared for the benefit of the constituents where they are assigned.
So if it's geared and earmarked by a congressman for their constituents, the palace is okay with those kinds of allocations.
For as long as those money are spent where they should be spent. But if those money are going to spend outside of the real purpose, then that's corruption, and we will not allow that.
Ina.
Is there not any, don't you see any issue with how big the amount is compared to the amount received by other provinces? I believe the average is about 60 million for the other provinces. And then biglang magsa-spike up to 2.4 billion for one province?
Well, I think we should ask the speaker why the allocation is that large as compared to others.
But what you're saying is it shouldn't be a problem if sa tama naman pong programa mapunta. Is that what you're saying? Despite the big amount?
Depende. If the other areas also need that kind of amount, then it should be distributed to those areas.
Other provinces, you mean?
Yes, of course.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, follow-up ka ba? Jopel? Microphone?
Sir, yesterday the President said that we're not yet safe sa terroristic act like extremism, ISIS, and Abu Sayyaf. Hint na po ba ito para aprobahan o ideklara yung extension ng martial law?
Well, if the threat is still there, if they're still committing acts of violence, and the people's safety is in danger, and the people there are the ones clamoring for an extension, then the President will ask Congress to extend the martial law.
Sir, reaction niyo lang dun sa statement ni House Speaker Arroyo na suportado niya itong martial law extension.
Well, she probably knows the sentiments of Mindanao, and she has been briefed by the necessity of extending martial law.
Okay. Magla-last question na ba tayo? Joseph? Okay. Okay. Joseph. Microphone.
So just a clearer statement from you. The 2.5, do you think this is sport battle or not?
The what?
The 2.5 billion po na allocation, do you think this is the sport battle? And all the other allocations for, I think maybe
Let me ask you first. How do you define pork barrel?
As the decision of the Supreme Court,
It is
it's, post-enactment intervention of congressmen. So meaning you pass the budget, and then after passing the budget, certain congressman reallocates certain funds to certain districts. That's the definition. Post-enactment intervention of Congress in the budget. Now we're in the process still of finalizing the budget. So I think two issues there: the amount and the place where it is allocated, and number two, the time where it is inserted. To your position, please.
I think I've already responded to the same question of Ina. I said, that depends. If the speaker or whoever is the one involved in that realignment can justify why there is a need to place that kind of amount in that particular area, and the other areas do not need that, then that could be justified. But if the other areas need that kind of money and you're depriving them of that, then there's something wrong with that.
Question. Ina, may follow-up ka? Or ano? May question si Pia Reñada ng Rappler. You said the President wants Prince Bishops to stop criticizing and do something good for the country. So the President thinks it's proper to threaten people who criticize him. Does Malacanang think people have no right to criticize government policies?
That reporter is putting words into my mouth. The President is not threatening. What I said is, he is being criticized, and the President is saying that instead of criticizing, or you can even criticize, but at the same time, you give us constructive suggestions.
Okay, question. Joyce.
Sir, Senator Antonio Trillanes reiterated his challenge to President Duterte to undergo a drug test amid the joke about taking marijuana. Sabi niya, instead of just saying that it was just a joke, why not take a drug test and prove it?
Who is this?
Senator Trillanes.
I think he should be the one to undergo that.
So the President will not heed his challenge to undergo a drug test?
Hindi niya papatulan yun.
There's no need, sir?
Tataka nga ako, ba't pinapatulan niyo siya? Hindi kailangan talaga naman. Look at this person, this president. Malakas. Sinasabi niya naman sa atin kung ano ang diferensya niya.
Another question.
Kristen, may ano ka ba muna?
Follow-up dun, sir.
Sige,
Sir, sabi po ng majority and minority senators, wala na daw pong pag-asa ang Chacha sa Senate and the 17th Congress in general, given na until July na lang. Anong reaction natin? Mukha bang ipupush pa rin
wala
na
nang pag-asa ngayong December, nandiyan naman yung susunod na session. Di meron pa rin.
Are you still confident, sir, na within the term of President Duterte?
Definitely. Mahaba pa naman ang kanyang term eh.
Okay, Christine, mag-last question na tayo. Christine?
Sir, just clarify dun sa...
Yes.
You said, do you think the Speaker Arroyo should explain the realignments?
I think so. Given the amount involved, given the reaction of people like you, we citizens also would like explanation.
So will the palace ask her, sir?
I think there is even no need for that. The fact that some quarters are reacting, it behooves those who are involved in the realignment to respond to the protest of some elements of society.
Okay, thank you, Christine. No more questions? MPC? Okay, thank you, Presidential Spokesperson Salvador Panelo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Malacanang Press Corps. Back to my studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television Network.